Hi, I'm Sheriff Mike Lewis. Today we're going to talk about safety in Wycomico County Public Schools. And joining me today is Dr. John Frederickson, Superintendent of Wycomico County Schools. Welcome, John.
Good to be here, Sheriff Lewis. Hope you're having a great day.
I am, sir. Thank you so much for being with us. As you well know, the topic of school safety and protecting our children and protecting our faculty members is a very popular topic right now, especially in light of the recent bomb threats we've had here in Wycomico County.
Right.
If you would, please tell our viewers a little bit about your role as Superintendent of Wycomico County Public Schools and how we work together to address these issues.
Well, I look to set up a system where we're ready for any kind of a situation, whether it's a smoke situation, possibly a fire, loss of water or electricity, or any other type of exigency. Maybe there's a criminal going on in the community. One of the big issues that we have is a bomb threat. That's an extremely terrifying type of experience for families and children. And also, I think we have to be prepared because I don't want to have something bad happen to our kids.
And I don't either. And I think partnerships today are more important than they've ever been in terms of dealing with a bomb threat of any kind.
Our partnership with the Sheriff's Office has been really great. You know, we have the SROs in the schools that work diligently to make sure we're safe every day and build relationships with the kids, but also to bring in those additional resources that are available throughout our community when something happens, when a bomb threat comes in.
One of the things I wanted to talk about, especially to our viewers, anytime a bomb threat comes into any Wycomico County school, please keep in mind that we have school resource deputies on the scene in all high school and middle schools throughout Wycomico County. Should the threat come in at any elementary level, these deputies can respond to the elementary schools very, very quickly, and they do. First and foremost, we make a determination while talking to our board and Dr. Frederickson and trying to determine whether we should shelter in place or whether we should evacuate. And we do this on a case-by-case basis. Not every case is the same. We have to consider a number of factors. Number one, the credibility of the threat. We look at how the threat came in. We look at the particular phone number. We listen to it time and time again. And we make a determination after consulting with our school officials as to whether we will shelter in place or whether we will evacuate. And I do think the last week and a half, Dr. Frederickson, I think you would agree, the partnership and the collaborative relationship that's been shared not only with Wycomico County Schools, but with our executive director for the Maryland State School Safety, I think has been very, very important in making those decisions.
It's been helpful, and especially helpful, we want to look at, on a systems basis, how do all the pieces fit together? And by having a memorandum of understanding with the Sheriff's Office and regular contact, we can make sure that we assess every one of those pieces that fit into our training plan, that also fit into the action plan that we use when a bomb threat comes in.
A lot of people don't understand, once that threat comes in addition to making a determination whether to shelter in place or whether to evacuate, we immediately start a thorough search of the school with our bomb dogs.
Yep.
We notify EMS, fire department personnel, we get them on standby, and then a search is undertaken.
And we also roll forward our technology people who can help us trace calls of that nature, and also looking at all the other different resources, you know, with cameras in the schools and the like, to make sure that our students and staff are safe.
And once our schools are thoroughly searched, and once that bomb dog has scanned the school, then we make a determination whether to reintroduce the children back into the school or resume our normal duties.
And that's happened really quickly. I've been really impressed the speed at which we've been able to deploy and get the bomb dog on site, and the way that they can go through and carefully scan each and every room. And we're looking forward to working together to come up with faster ways of doing that and more thorough ways to do it.
I want our viewers to know, and then the actual investigation of the bomb threat is undertaken. And we've had a number of individuals here in Wycomico County that have been investigating these bomb threats in the last week and a half. We have been assisted by the FBI. I've been in constant communication with the FBI in Baltimore and in Salisbury. And there are a number of other schools, not just here in Wycomico County, but Worcester County, Virginia, Delaware, New Jersey, and the Commonwealth of Massachusetts that have experienced similar calls than what we've had. And I know after talking with the executive director, Mr. Edward Clark, here in the state of Maryland, regarding our procedures, what we've had in place, he has been very complimentary and made many laudatory comments regarding how well we work together here within Wycomico County. He was very complimentary on how we've handled these threats thus far. And after looking at several of the other schools across the state of Maryland and in Delaware, we're pretty much consistent with what everybody else is doing. Is that correct?
Absolutely. And we've been looking at the training that's occurred for our leaders that they've gone to make sure that they know what are the newest things that they can do to go forward, particularly with technology, looking at communications with our telephone services and getting their people, their best people on fraud and dangerous activities on our side and in our loop when we make these decisions.
One of the things we've heard from the parents via social media and phone calls that I've received at my office, they want to know what we know as soon as we find out certain information. What are we doing to address their concerns?
Well, our number one tool on that is a product we call School Messenger. The first phone call goes out to the families of the kids in the school that's affected. The second phone call goes out shortly thereafter to all families in the whole school system, because we know we have moms and dads and families who have kids in more than one school, and they want to know what's happening, and we want them to know of it from us as opposed to being texted by their child or somebody else.
And I think it's important that our viewers know, especially our parents know. I'm a parent, you're a parent.
Yeah.
I have two children here in Wycomico County. One is a high school teacher here in Wycomico County. My daughter is a college student here in Wycomico County. So my concerns echo the concerns of everybody else. I will say, and I think you're well aware of this, there are many things that we are privy to that we cannot release to the public because it's law enforcement sensitive and it's crucial to the successful investigation that we now have underway into these bomb threats. I think it's important that we convey that to the parents here in Wycomico County and anywhere in this region as far as that's concerned. I think we did that through social media earlier this week. Is there anything else you would like to add to that?
Well, I would just encourage moms and dads and families to get on our list as far as our email, our phone calling system, which is called School Messenger, or on our eGov delivery, which gets them texts or emails on a regular basis of other news items as well as emergency notifications. The more we can get them a message faster, the better we can handle the process and problem.
I think that's very important, and thank you for that. You know, one of the things I do want our viewers to know is we are working in concert with many other law enforcement agencies up and down the East Coast. I even made a phone call to Florida where a recent case down there involving a swatting incident and an individual who was cyber hacking complete terror all over the United States was actually extradited from British Columbia, Canada, to stand trial for charges here in the United States. But I also think our viewers need to know that this is a very complex case. We're working diligently on this. We are working with the resources of the federal government and other state law enforcement agencies. And we are determined to get to the bottom of this. But meanwhile, we suspect that there might be additional threats that are going to come in. And I think it's important that we investigate these on a case-by-case basis, not to have a knee-jerk reaction to what's going on in another jurisdiction, but work in a collaborative effort with Dr. Frederickson and Wycomico County Schools to make the very best decision we can for our students, for our teachers, and for the best interest of our community.
And if people know something, say something. We have multiple opportunities for people to communicate. They can send us a note on email at comments@wcboe.org. They can go to our fraud and abuse hotline, which is on our website, or they can just call us up at 410-677-5251. And that they don't have to identify themselves. That is not a trace number. We just want the information so we can act on it.
You know, John, I think a lot of people, they want to be informed as quickly as possible when this is a very fluid situation.
Yep.
And we are trying to make informed decisions on behalf of our children, on behalf of our teachers. Sometimes we can't get that information out instantaneously. While we work hard to get it out, I hope that they understand that we will get it out as soon as we can. And we certainly have the interests of our children and our faculty and our students at heart.
Amen.
Folks, we are committed to working together with Wycomico County Superintendent John Frederickson to make our schools safe for our children.
And as superintendent of schools for Wycomico County, I am absolutely committed to the safety of our kids and the highest and the most efficient learning that we can possibly have and deliver for them as they graduate college and career ready.
Folks, I'm Sheriff Mike Lewis. Remember, if you see anything, do not hesitate to call the Wycomico County Sheriff's Office. Visit our Facebook, visit our website. We'll constantly post messages about what we're doing to keep our children safe here in Wycomico County.